going on, guys? We're back again today with another Aura's OU Wi-Fi battle. Today I'm using Mega Salamence. Yesterday I was using Mega Beedrill. As you can see, it's pretty similar pokes. Today I'm running a Greninja, and I can't remember what else I was using yesterday. Oh, and a Talonflame. I think that's what's different. My opponent is using Mega Beedrill. A couple of other threatening pokes. The Landorus is starting to really get on my nerves, let me tell you. Landorus is starting to become one of the most annoying leads for me, particularly. Because I generally don't have anything that fast to outspeed it. Now, one thing I want to talk about before we get started here is the music that you can choose from when you're battling. Okay, so what I did here, I know, I knew he was going to lead with his Landorus, and the reason I led with my Salamence is because I'm actually Intimidate and not Moxie, which allows me to switch out while he's at -1 attack, and I can switch out straight into my Logon, which is my Excadrill here. Now it's great, because whether he goes for U-turn or Stone Edge, because I know he's not going to go for Earthquake because there's a Salamence out on the field, I can eat up whatever he wants to do. And if he wants to Stealth Rocks, I'm already out. I can Rapid Spin away. Now, him having U-turn pretty much tells me that he is Scarfed for sure. Some Landorus do run U-turn when they're not Scarfed, but generally when they're Scarfed, if they have U-turn, they are Scarfed. But he's going to go out into the Greninja here. Now, I'm going to switch out, and I'm going to go right out into my Keldeo. And the reason I do this is because I know no matter what this Greninja wants to do, unless it's for whatever reason running an extra sensory, this thing cannot touch my Keldeo. I resist Dark Pulse, I resist Surf, I resist Hydro Pump, I resist pretty much everything this guy wants to throw at me. One thing that you will see on Greninjas nowadays is they will be carrying Gunk Shot. So if you have an Azumarill out, you're going to want to be careful. Now, I did go for the Hydro Pump there just to try and get off as much damage as possible, but he ended up going out into the Latios, so regardless of whether I hit or missed, he couldn't really touch me. Now, I'm going to go out to my Logon because I'm a pretty bulky Excadrill. I have a lot of HPs and special defense investment. So I know that no matter what he wants to go for, he wants to go for Psyshock, I can easily live that because Excadrill is pretty bulky in the defense stat regardless, if you have investment or not. And I know that if he wants to go for Draco Meteor, I resist it and I can eat up. And I have pretty decent amount of special defense investment. Now I'm going to go out to my Greninja here because I saw that he was Life Orbed. He did take Life Orb damage. So I know he's either going to 1, go for Surf or 2, go for HP Fire. And I switched out to my Greninja because I knew that he was already at -2. He can't do that much damage to me regardless of what he wants to go for. He's not going to go for Draco Meteor again. Or he's not, or no, he wasn't at -2 there. I'm sorry, he went for Psyshock. But if he stayed in and for whatever reason wanted to Draco Meteor my Excadrill, that I don't know, I could have eaten it up. But I switched to my Greninja because I knew that he would either I knew that he would try an HP Fire or Surf. So I went out into this thing because I do outspeed his Latios and then I could return kill it. But he goes out into the Ferrothorn. I hit him with an Ice Beam as he switches in. It does about 30%. After he gets a Leftovers recovery, I'm going to go for a Dark Pulse here, hoping to get a flinch before he hits me with the Leech Seed. But I do not get the flinch, which is rather unfortunate for me because I am going to get seeded here, which really sucks because that's more recovery that his Ferrothorn is going to be getting, and less HP that I'm going to have every turn because I am a Life Orb Greninja. I am going to be taking Life Orb damage, and now I'm going to be taking Leech Seed damage. So I'm going to switch out because I do not want that residual damage each and every turn. I have a feeling that he is going to Protect here, so that's the reason I went out into my Salamence. I did not expect him to, go for another Leech Seed or Gyro Ball or anything, and he does end up going for the Protect. Now, I do run Fire Blast on my Salamence. I do run a Naive Nature because I do run Fire Blast. Fire Fang is also a good option. But if you're going up against Ferrothorns, you're going to be taking Iron Barbs damage and possibly taking Rocky Helmet damage. And if you're coming in on rocks, that's 50% of your health right there on one move, and that's not really good. So that's why I choose Fire Blast over the Fire Fang or Earthquake. But I do go for the Fire Blast. He switches out another Greninja, makes a great play. He obviously knew that since I switched in on a Ferrothorn, I did have some type of fire type attack, or else I wouldn't have switched in on him. So he goes out as Greninja, which is a great play. Now I know 100% that he's going to go for Ice Beam here. There's no reason for him not to, so I am going to switch out into my Keldeo because my Keldeo can eat it up. And since this is the second time he switched out his Greninja on my Keldeo, I know 100%, I know for a fact for 100%, whatever, you guys know what I'm trying to say. I'm 100% sure that he does not have extra sensory. It's pretty much what I meant to say. But I don't know if he knew that I had Icy Wind or not. But regardless, he did make a somewhat good play, switching in his Bisharp to get the Defiant boost. But since he did not go for Sucker Punch here, Sucker Punch probably would have killed me from here, actually. Since he didn't go for it, he's going to end up losing his Bisharp anyway. So there wasn't really, too much of a point to go there. And he did have his Greninja out, and he went for Ice Beam. So it was pretty obvious that I was going to go for the Secret Sword. And he switched in his Bisharp anyway. So that's, I don't know, it's one of those things. He's going to go out to his Beedrill here. He is going to go for the Protect. It seems like a pretty common thing on Beedrill. I might end up taking Knock Off of my Beedrill and putting Protect there instead, because I like having Fell Stinger on there, just because if you can kill off a poke with Fell Stinger, you actually get a +2 attack boost, which is huge, because a +2 attack adaptability Beedrill, you're killing just about everything, which is disgusting. But he does go to the Protect. I'm going to go for the Protect of my own, just to see what he wants to do. He ends up going, if I could speak, I know, guys, I streamed for like 8 hours today, I'm tired, I want to get this battle recorded and done so you guys can watch it. But I switched to my Thundurus because I know he's going to go for the U-turn because I protected and I scouted. But he's going to go out to the Landers here. Now, I have been playing a lot of mind games with this guy, switching in and out a lot. He ends up going for the Stone Edge. He makes a good play. I do stay in, though. I go for the HP Ace. I got very lucky that he did miss his Stone Edge because it probably would have killed me. Now, I run max HP on this Thundurus, so there is a chance that I could have lived, but more than likely I would have died. I am going to switch out now, though, because I know that he is Scarfed. I know that he's locked into Stone Edge, and there's no reason for me to risk staying in when I could switch out into my Excadrill here and easily eat up the Stone Edge. I resisted it by 4 times, so it's not going to be doing much damage at all. I'm actually going to heal most of it back with the leftovers, which is great for me because leftovers is yummy. It's like that pasta that you didn't finish last night that you're eating the next day because you don't have anything else in your house to eat. You know, it's kind of like that. It's like, it's nice. It's that good feeling inside. Now, I end up going for the Rock Slide here. This Excadrill is actually Sand Rush. It was supposed to be Mold Breaker, but the person that gen it for me, I guess I didn't give him an ability, so he just put Sand Rush on it, which is, it's okay, but it doesn't allow me to hit things like Latios as hard. Now, like I said, I've been playing a lot of mind games with this guy, switching in and out. So I actually end up staying in here because I have a feeling that he's going to go for the Draco Meteor, predicting me to switch something else out. But I actually stay in and go for another Rock Slide. But unfortunately, I missed my Rock Slide. So I made the right prediction, but my move didn't go through because I missed. So that's really unfortunate. He's going to switch out here. He's at -2. He can't really touch my my Excadrill here, but I actually end up switching out myself because I don't want to take an HP Fire. I have a feeling that HP Fire would have killed me from where I was at, so I actually switch out and go out into my Talonflame. But that's fine because he switched out himself and actually went out into the Landers. My Excadrill is going to absorb the Intimidate because he switched out first, which is great because my Talonflame could come in at neutral instead of coming in at -1, which is perfect because it is going to allow me. I can't speak today. I just can't. But it's going to allow me to Brave Bird. Now here is where he completely starts to outpredict me. I figured that he would go for Protect here to try and get some health back from the leftovers, but he actually ends up going for the Leech Seed as I go for the Swords Dance, which is very, very unfortunate for me because now I'm Leech Seeded and I'm going to be taking a crap ton of damage, and he's going to be healing a lot with the leftovers and Leech Seed combined. So that really does suck for me. He really outplayed me there, and I really wish that I would have gone for the Flare Blitz. Now I'm going to go for the Roost here, predicting him to go for the Protect again, and as you just noticed, he didn't go for Protect and outpredicted me again as he goes for the Power Whip. So I got seriously outplayed. I was just over-predicting way too hard. And then he's going to get some Leech Seed back here. And on this next turn, here is when he actually goes for Protect, and I go for Flare Blitz. So I really, this was one of the last battles that I did on stream, so I was pretty tired at this point. So I wasn't paying too much attention, but I was trying my hardest to try and out-predict this man as best as I could, and I just couldn't do it. There's no way. I don't know. I got outplayed very, very badly right here. I had been out-predicting him a lot early game, but he definitely showed that he does have potential with the Ferrothorn plays, the mind games right there. It definitely got a hold of me, and it really sucks because it cost me my Talonflame. I actually end up losing my Talonflame here after the Iron Barbs and the recoil from the Flare Blitz there. So that's unfortunate. It could have possibly been a 5-0. or a 6-0, but I ended up losing that. So I'm going to go out to my Thunderous here as he goes out into the Greninja, which is perfectly fine with me because I can get off a Thunder Wave, and that's nice and bueno. But, you know, those plays that he was making on me, you know, I'm kind of getting hacks back for that. He actually gets para-hacks right there. So that's really unfortunate. I am going to be able to take him out with a Thunderbolt this next turn, which is great for me, not so great for him. He really did need that Greninja to win this game. Had he not got fully paralyzed there, it still would have been game over at this point because I do have Salamence in the back. And Greninja was the only Pokemon on his team that was going to outspeed me, being Mega Salamence. But he's going to go on to Beedrill here. You know, it's okay. I'm going to Thunder Wave this thing just because I can. If he went for Protect, I still would have been alive. I would just get some more health back from leftovers. But he actually ends up going for the Poison Jab here. And look how much damage this does. Just look. That is crazy. That just did like 80% to me. And I'm a max HP Thundurus. There's no way that it should be doing that much damage. I'm going to go for Thunderbolt here just to get off as much damage as possible. Beedrill does have a lot more special defense than it does have defense. So if you can hit Beedrill with pretty much any type of physical priority, Aqua Jet, Bullet Punch, Sucker Punch, you're going to be okay because you can pretty much OHKO those things with those kind of moves. I know for a fact, Jolly, max attack, max speed. Beedrills die to Choice Band Azumarill's Aqua Jet after coming in on rocks. I don't know. It probably has a chance to kill without Stealth Rocks damage, but if your Beedrill has 25% gone, you're gone to an Aqua Jet 100% of the time, so that really does suck to find out, but that's what you get when you run Mega Beedrill with something that fast and that strong. I'm going to go out of my Salamence as he does end up taking out my Thundurus there, and I'm just going to go for Outrage. I have no reason not to. All he has left is Beedrill and Latios, and that is going to be a good game. So if you guys missed kind of what was going on, you might want to rewatch this battle. There was a lot of high-level stuff going on. I've been playing a lot. I've been trying to get as good as possible. You know, Pokemon is one of those games where, like I said, I've said this so many times before, but the more you play, the better you're going to get. It's as simple as that. It's just practice, practice, practice. It's like, you know, when you're going through your game in Hoenn or whatever, okay? And you're leveling up your Pokemon. The more experience your Pokemon gets, the better they become in-game. And that's kind of the same thing. The more you battle, the more you play around with your friends and do OU matches, whether it be on Showdown or actual Wi-Fi battles, you're going to see yourself get better. And what I mean by that is, you know, if you play OU, if you strictly play OU, and you sit down and play for 2 or 3 hours on Showdown a day, you just sit there and play and play and play. After that first week, pretty much every Pokemon that's in OU, you're going to know what it does. And you're going to be able to predict, okay, say you have a Latios out on the field, and your opponent has a Bisharp. They're obviously going to go for Sucker Punch, so you're going to switch out. I mean, it's just as simple as that. If you don't know what you're doing in OU, and you have a Latios out, and your opponent has a Bisharp, say your Latios has Thunderbolt. Not many Latios run Thunderbolt anymore, but say you have Thunderbolt, and you go for Thunderbolt, you're going to take a Sucker Punch, and your Latios is going to die. It's as simple as that. So it's just practice, practice, practice. Just play as much as you can and get as many battles in as you can every day. If you have time to sit down and practice, do it, because it definitely helps. But let me know what you guys thought of this battle down below. Let me know what you guys are thinking about auras. Make sure to like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more of these Wi-Fi battles. Remember, guys, I'm streaming a whole bunch on Twitch this week because I am out of school because of Thanksgiving break. So definitely go over to my Twitch. There's a link in the description for that. Hit that follow button, you'll get a notification when I start streaming. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this was a bit of a longer video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we will see you guys back again tomorrow. All right, guys? Peace out.